So we had our first death in quarantine. Of course, it's a Chromis. If you like aquarium content, go ahead and subscribe. Wait, here we go. So we're on the fourth day of quarantine, and I'm ready to pull the plug on quarantine. You know, the community as a whole, I think, acknowledges that quarantine is the right thing to do. If you're going to do things by the book and perfectly, you do, a very long quarantine protocol. Then there's the part of the community that sort of acknowledges that the quarantine itself and the stress that comes along with that might not be worth that stress of the quarantine because you end up with a dead fish like I've got in there. And then there's the idea that, basically every time you introduce new fish, you're potentially rolling the dice and don't bother with the quarantine. Just deal with the problem if it shows itself. My issue with the quarantine at this moment is that none of the fish are eating properly. And 4 days in, they're all kind of pretty much still showing stress. And that's after, I've been dosing Stress Guard in there all week. My gut is telling me that I am doing more harm to these fish than good. My gut is telling me to go ahead and get those fish out of quarantine and into their final tank destinations. I didn't articulate it well, I don't think, on the other video, but the clownfish that are in there are not going in my main display. They're going over here into this little tank. As of right now, I think I'm 100% going to go ahead and get this tank up and running so I can move those clowns in here because they're going to be by themselves anyway. And the issue with the powder blue is that wasn't a cheap fish. I'm really hesitant to risk that fish. Let me know what you would do in the quarantine or push through it. Reckless reefing.